Insta360 is well known not only for innovation in their cameras, but also, more broadly, for pushing the boundaries of their content creation tools. This doesn't just apply to the cameras themselves, but extends to their accessories, software, and apps as well, making it possible to be truly creative while keeping the workflow smooth and efficient. In this video, I'll walk you through the most significant upgrades in the Insta360 X5 after the latest firmware update, both in hardware and software, compared to other cameras like the X4. One of the biggest improvements in image quality on the hardware side is the introduction of the new sensors. Combined with additional refinements, these upgrades deliver a noticeably better dynamic range, and at the end of the day, it means significantly more light intake compared with the X4 sensors. This leads to better low-light performance, which means in night scenes you'll see cleaner footage, clearer details in darker areas, and fewer artifacts. In the meantime, you'll record videos with improved dynamic range, besides having more details in the shadows, getting more headroom for the highlights too. Since there is less noise at a given ISO, you can push sensitivity further before image quality deteriorates, and this gives more flexibility in tricky lighting. And at the end of the day, with more light and less noise, the raw data is cleaner, so when you crop or reframe, the image holds up better. But besides new sensors, there are further upgrades in X5, which provide better dynamic range. Adaptive Tone is a brand new feature for the Insta360 X5, introduced in a firmware summer update. It's designed to improve exposure and dynamic range in challenging lighting conditions. More specifically, it helps balance exposure in high contrast scenes, like when one part of the frame is brightly lit while another is in deep shadow. It works by recording light data independently for each lens, so that when stitching and exporting, it can better preserve both highlight and shadow details across the panoramic image. Adaptive Tone can be enabled when shooting in 8K, both in normal mode and in PureVideo mode. At 5.7K resolution, it's only available when active HDR is turned on. But since I just mentioned PureVideo, let's go into a bit more detail. PureVideo is a dedicated mode for low light and difficult lighting environments. It relies on AI-driven algorithms to improve video quality by reducing noise, optimizing exposure and dynamic range, and preserving detail in shadows and highlights. The noise reduction is applied intelligently. It smooths out grain in darker areas, but avoids over-softening the entire frame. In practice, it reduces noise where there are naturally fewer details to begin with, while keeping textures and sharpness in other areas intact. Now let's move on to editing. With the X5, the workflow has become even smoother. On the X4, we already had plenty of editing options, including AI assistants and preset templates in the app. But one limitation was that you had to choose upfront whether to shoot in full 360 or in single lens mode. With the new InstaFrame feature on the X5, that decision no longer slows you down. The workflow is streamlined, especially if you're creating content for multiple platforms. In InstaFrame mode, you can capture two videos simultaneously: a reframed vertical or horizontal flat video at 1080p resolution and a full 360 video up to 5.7K plus. When editing on your computer, you simply import your 360 video, and all the reframing settings you made during recording will be automatically added on the timeline. Of course, you can modify or delete them anytime. So on the software side, these updates are huge, making the X5 with its latest firmware a real step forward compared to the X4. And let's not forget another key hardware upgrade, the replaceable lenses. This addition provides real peace of mind when shooting with a 360 camera, since the lenses are often the most vulnerable part of the device. The lens replacement kit includes 2 spare lenses along with all the tools you'll need to swap them at home. You don't have to hunt for gloves, brushes, or other accessories. The kit already provides everything necessary. With the included cleaning tool, you can easily remove dust and lint, making the process both quick and safe.
So as you can see, the new features of the X5 open up fresh possibilities for shooting and editing, giving your projects a higher production value. And now you can take the advantage of the Insta360 Black Friday campaign, which starts today. You can get the camera at a discount along with a free replacement kit. Check out the link in the description, and if you'd like to dive deeper into detailed shooting tips and editing techniques, for further 360 content and tutorials, subscribe to my channel and see you next time.